Sainte-Marie. Mr. Speaker, whereas the Conservatives are weakening our regulatory system for arms exports, these same exports have doubled in the last few years, being sold to countries like Bahrain and Iraq. The Conservatives are dragging their feet in the arms trade treaty, and they're delaying the firearms marking regulations. Mr. Speaker, why exactly is the minister insisting on ignoring the consequences of arms trading on human rights, peace, and security? Thank you.
Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Canada already has some of the strongest laws and regulations supporting export controls of Canadian arms being exported abroad. Mr. Speaker, all applications are reviewed, and we follow Canadian regulation and we follow Canadian laws very, very carefully, as Canadians would rightfully expect us to do.
And the honourable member for Ottawa Centre.
Let's be clear what we're talking about here, Mr. Speaker. Canada is now exporting arms to countries like Algeria, Iraq, and Bahrain. At the same time, the Conservatives are refusing to sign the UN Arms Trade Treaty. So a very simple question, does the government actually understand that listening only to their friends in the gun lobby is actually undermining our reputation on arms control?
Exactly. The Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, we don't want to criminalize being a duck hunter, being a farmer, or being a sportsman. That's our position. Canada already has some of the toughest laws and regulation with respect to exporting arms. This government follows those laws. This government ensures that the law is respected, as Canadians would rightfully expect us to do, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Dauphin, Swan River, Marquette.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians just can't trust the NDP to stand up for what is right on the world stage. On Friday, when our Minister of Foreign Affairs and other foreign ministers visited the peaceful demonstrators in Ukraine's Independence Square, the member from Ottawa Centre said, quote, "Joining the protest signals that you're on one side," unquote. Well, Mr. Speaker, unlike the moral relativism we too often see from the NDP on this side of the House, we stand for a principled foreign policy. The NDP critic also said he wanted the Minister of Foreign Affairs to explain why he talked to these brave Ukrainian demonstrators. Could the Minister tell the House now?
The Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Like this member, I was shocked at these comments by the NDP Foreign Affairs critic. I'll tell you whose side this government stands on. We stand on the side of the Ukrainian people in their fight for democracy. I am very proud to promote Canadian values, to promote a citizen's right to peacefully protest, and I'm very proud to have not only met with government representatives when I was in Ukraine, but I'm very proud to have traveled to the Maidan to meet with opposition leaders and to hear the voices of the people of Ukraine who are pushing for democracy and freedom in their great country.